And we welcome you to Dodgers Daily for Thursday, September 8th. I'm Casey Porter of Dodger Poke Report. I'm so glad that you've decided to tune in. It was a bit of a flat day yesterday throughout the organization. Oklahoma City and Tulsa lost. Great Lakes won, but they only scored 3 runs, and Rancho only scored 1 in the nightcap. But there was some good action, and we're going to get to it, so let's not waste any more time. Let's take a trip down on the farm. I thought you might want to see a challenge of the ABS automatic balls and strike system the PCL is using this year. In this case, the ABS system called the pitch a ball. Oklahoma City challenged, and the call was overturned. As you're going to see on your screen, here is the challenge result. This is how it works. It ended up being in the strike zone. It was very fast. It worked very well. I was very impressed with it. So there you have it. John Duplantier threw the pitch. It was called a ball. Oklahoma City challenged, and it got overturned. James Outman hit his 28th double of the year for OKC to extend his hit streak to 4 games. Outman has 9 doubles since the beginning of August, a period where he is hitting .393. His OPS in August was 1132, so he is hitting very, very well. Jason Martin had a 2-hit day for OKC, including his 23rd double of the year. Martin leads OKC in OPS at .947. Slugging percentage at .571, and RBIs with 102. He's also hitting .285, so he is having a great year. You know, in the past, Jacob Amaya has shown the ability to hit for average and get on base, and he's also shown the ability to hit for power, but he's never been able to do those two things simultaneously together during a single season. He is doing that this year. He had an RBI double for OKC, and has hits in 9 of his last 10 games, a period in which he is 14 for 36, .388 with 2 home runs, a triple, 3 doubles, 12 runs scored, and 25 total bases. With a good finish, his average is at .249 right now. With a good finish, he will have had his best offensive year so far as a professional. Victor Gonzalez had another scoreless outing for OKC, which is his 2nd in a row and 7th of his last 8 appearances with OKC. He threw 11 two-seam sinkers that sat 94 to 95, 5 sliders that sat 85 to 86, and he touched 88 with his slider, and he threw 1 changeup at 86. So there you have it, Victor Gonzalez getting closer and closer to being able to help LA at the big level. Tommy Kahnle threw a 1-2-3 inning for OKC to lower his ERA to 3 this month. His average against in his 3 outings in September is just 100, and his whip is 0.33, so he is pitching very well. He threw 2 four-seam fastballs at 96 and 97, 2 sliders at 85 and 86, and 7 changeups at 88 to 91. So Tommy Kahnle threw very well for AAA OKC. Hansel Robles was hitting 98 with his fastball yesterday and was 89 to 90 on his slider and changeup both. Robles threw a scoreless inning and gave up 2 hits. So another one of those fringy 4A guys right now that the Dodgers are looking at to see if he can provide help in the bullpen for LA. Over the course of a professional season, clunkers happen every now and then, and yesterday was certainly a clunker for Tulsa. They just barely had more hits than they did errors, and they had more of everything than they did runs because they got blanked 11-0 in Frisco, the AA affiliates of the Rangers. But while it may have been a rough night for Tulsa, as they only had 3 hits and did not score, Buddy Reed was an offensive highlight. He had 2 of the 3 hits for the Drillers, including his 5th double since joining the club. So Buddy Reed, although it was a tough day and a tough night for Tulsa, Buddy Reed had a good day. Cole Percival was a bright spot for Tulsa yesterday, throwing 1.2 scoreless innings and flashing good velo again, and also good off-speed. Percival hit 99 recently with his fastball, so look out for him in the not-so-distant future. Eddie's Leonard had 2 hits for the Loons, including his 3rd and 4th triples of the year. His first triple that you're seeing here drove in the first run, which turned out to be the only run the Loons would need. Leonard has hits in 7 of his last 8 games, and his slugging percentage this month is .636, so he's hitting very well. Eddie's Leonard. Damion Keith had 2 hits, and both were really big to the 2 insurance runs the Loons scored in the 8th and 9th innings yesterday to secure the 3-0 victory. Keith has reached base in 16 of his last 18 games. Adolfo Ramirez was the Dodgers Daily Player of the Day for turning in his best performance of the year, going 5 innings, striking out 6, and walking none, giving up no runs. His average against this month is just 0.87. He was promoted from Rancho to Tulsa at the beginning of July and is with High A Great Lakes now, so Adolfo Ramirez throwing very, very well. Ryan Sablet, the youngster out of Texas Tech, was on point for Gray Lakes again, throwing a scoreless inning. Sablet has an ERA of the year of just 3.04. His average against is just 2.08, so he is very hard to barrel, and he has not allowed a run in 6 outings in a row and 11 of his last 12. Ryan Sablet. More great work from left-handed pitcher Jeff Belge, who has gone scoreless in 6 of his last 8 outings, a stretch where he has 25 strikeouts and just 4 walks. Belge went 2 innings yesterday and gave up just 1 hit in his 2 scoreless innings, so great job, Jeff Belge. Ben Harris threw 13 pitches, 11 of which were strikes. He was 1 pitch away from an immaculate inning, and he struck out all 3 batters he faced. This guy is phenomenal, and to think he was mostly a position player at Virginia, the first college that he went to out of high school, and he was lightly used before transferring to Georgia. Rancho scattered 6 hits and could only muster 1 run en route to a 4-1 loss at the hands of Lake Elsinore at Lone Mart Field in Rancho Cucamonga. Jake Vogel had 2 hits for the Quakes, including his 9th double of the year, and scored the only run for the Quakes. Justin Robleski started the game. He had 3 strikeouts in his 2 innings of work, and he gave up 2 hits and a run. Robleski is a talented left-hander that I saw a lot at Oklahoma State. He has great stuff. Once he puts things together, he's going to turn a lot of heads. Alex Friedland collected his 2nd multi-hit game in his last 3 and has at least 1 hit in every game he has played for the Quakes. He's hitting .350 so far with Rancho, and his OPS is 1135. Keep up the great work, Alex. Calvin Batista and Madison Jeffrey each threw scoreless innings to round out the pitching for Rancho, a game that they lost 4-1. So you're seeing Madison Jeffrey in this video. There was not video of the Quakes game, so this is the only video I could get. This is Madison Jeffrey. Batista also threw a scoreless inning for Rancho. I'm glad that you decided to tune in to Dodgers Daily for Thursday, September 8th. I hope that you tune in tomorrow. I also hope that you visit DodgerPokeReport.com or you visit Dodger Poke on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. I also hope that you go to your podcast streaming service of your choice and you become a subscriber to our Dodgers Daily podcast. Hey, if you like this video, tell your friends about it. Click that like button. Go ahead and leave a comment so we can keep providing you content like this in the future. As always, thanks for tuning in, and go Dodgers!